Dear student, this is Lab4 workbook. Here you can see the aim of this lab is machine learning model training. And for the model training, you are basically implementing some supervised classification techniques, and you are making prediction using your model. So this is the aim of Lab4. Some initial steps which you need to understand before starting this week, that is Lab 4. In week 4, in your lab session, what you need to do, you need to continue in the same program you implemented in Lab 3. So in the last week, if you remember, you completed a program, a Python program, where you created a plot for your data set, that is for iris data set. This is what you did in the last week. So you are going to extend the same program. You are not going to write or create a new notebook for Lab 4. And then uh, um, it is not what it should be watch. TCH. Watch the video to understand the step-by-step explanation. So I already uploaded a video in Brightspace, which you should watch in order to understand the working of uh, classifiers, different classifiers. I am going to make another video which will help you to understand what are the different libraries you should import when you are implementing any specific type of classifier. The task for Lab 4 is presented in this table. So I divided the task in 3 steps. The first step is pre-processing, which you have almost completed in the last week. Few things are left which I want you to complete. So you can see step 1, it consists of 7 steps. So you are going to load the data from your PC. Last week you loaded the data from using the URL. So this time I want you to download the data set either from the website or publicly available database, or from the Brightspace. I already uploaded uh, the data set in the Brightspace. So if you will just open your data set here, this is lab area, and this is the folder for dataset. So you can download this dataset. It will be available next week. So you presently it is hidden. It will be available in the next week lab session. So you can simply download this dataset and use this dataset if you want. If you do not want to download the dataset which is available here, then you can open the publicly available, you can download from the website. So there is no problem in downloading the dataset from the website. And then after downloading the dataset, load the dataset, read the dataset using read underscore CSV function. Then a display head. I think you already know what is the use of head. It displays by default the first 5 instances. If you use tail, it will display last 5 instances. If you want to display a specific number of instances from the start or from the end, you can specify the number as an argument to the function head or tail. Then finding a correlation among the features. So all in all, you have 4 features in iris dataset. Finding the correlation in the feature is very important if you are going to use real world data set. For example, the case study, after completing these tasks, you will be asked to work on a case study. And for the case study, you are going to use this dataset, adult dataset, and this dataset consists of 15 feature vectors, and 15 feature vector is means you are going to deal with a complex data set, and it consists of more than 32,000 instances. So it is really a complex data set, and you are going to implement your model for this data set, that is for adult data set. So you should understand what is the use of correlation. and it will help you to understand which feature has high importance and which feature has low importance, and based on that you can select the feature. It is not mandatory to use all the features for model training or for the prediction. So this correlation will help you to understand the importance of the feature in model development. Then using to understand the outcome of correlation, you can create heat map. So you are going to create a heat map plot for iris dataset, and then you can apply the similar approach for creating a for finding a correlation among the feature and for adult dataset, and then you can create heat map plot for adult dataset. So you are going to basically map what you are learning, what you are implementing as a part of your lab for the case study. Once you will complete all these steps, then you are going to apply learning process. So when I say learning process, so you are going to basically create a valid data set for making your model learn. So understand the steps to evaluate your algorithms. So first of all, you need to understand the steps. So the step says that the first step is creating a valid data set. So when I say creating a valid data set, what does it mean? It means that you are splitting your data set as a training data set and test data set. And then the process of model development will start. So after creating a valid data set, you can use training data set for to make your model learn. That is, training process will start, and to test your model, you can use the test data to check your model is working correctly or not. What I want you to do, you after making your model learn, that is after completing the model training, I want you to check which model is showing the best result. I mean, which algorithm, machine learning algorithm is showing the best result. So what I want you to do, I want you to implement 5-6 algorithms. In my video, I covered 2 algorithms. The first one is KNN classifier, and the second one is decision tree classifier. And I will explain, I will talk about other classifiers in the lecture as well as in the lab session. But for implementing the program, you can simply import the library and you can use the function for training as well as for prediction. The process is very simple. I want you to just watch the video so that you will be able to understand what is the meaning of instance, what is the meaning of feature, how the instance will be represented in Python programming, how the instance and feature vector will be represented for test data set, how to represent class label in Python programming. So how to translate your data set in Python programming, I explained in my video. And then best model selection, what does it mean? The best model selection means, as I said, you are going to implement 5-6 model. So all the model will present when you will implement different models, model will show different results for the same data set. You need to figure out which model is showing the best result for the given data set, and based on the result you will identify the best model. So this step called as model selection and evaluation, that is step number 3rd. Then compare the algorithm. Based on the outcome, you will compare the algorithm, and then finally you will use the best model. It is not like you are going to use all 5-6 model for prediction. You will first evaluate the performance of the model, and then you will select, like for example, if you are implementing, for example, you are implementing 4 algorithms: algorithm 1, algorithm 2, algorithm 3, and algorithm 4. And after the training process, you got the result that algorithm A3 is showing the best performance. Then what you will do, you will not use A1, A2, or A4. You will use A3 for prediction purpose, and then evaluate the prediction, and then you will evaluate the performance of A3, how it is predicting. So these 3 steps you are going to complete in lab 4, or in other words, you can say you are going to complete 14 different tasks. And if you will complete all these 14 tasks, it means that you have completed model training, model learning, prediction, pre-processing. So you have basically completed all the steps which you should know in order to develop your machine learning model. So that's all. These are the tasks you are going to complete in lab number 4. And then at the end of this lab, you are going to work on a case study. The case study is presented here. This is the case study you are working on. This is the case study which is given here. Income classification or prediction using supervised learning technique. The aim of this project is to employ supervised machine learning techniques to accurately model individual income, whether she makes more than 50,000 or not, using data collected from 1994 US Census. Dataset description is presented here. This time I want you to download the dataset using this URL, or you can get the dataset from the Brightspace. If you are downloading the dataset from this URL, open UCI, that is this website, then open data folder. In data folder, download adult.data. The same dataset is available in Brightspace, so it is your choice. You would like to download from this URL or you want to use the dataset provided on the website, and then perform the task. And it is expected that if you will prepare a short report on what you have done, it will be good. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.